Sinners, directed by Ryan Coogler, follows the Smokestack twins, Smoke and Stack, who return to Jim Crow era Mississippi after a stint of Chicago gangsters. They aim to open a juke joint, but as their business launches, the supernatural confronts them, which includes vampires and an all-out race war.
The first concept we will explore is opportunity cost, defined as the profits foregone from the next best alternative. Their prior role as soldiers and gangsters highlight this trade-off. As gangsters in Chicago, they earn significantly more. Returning home allows more time with their family and friends, but the less income represents their opportunity cost.
Law of demand is the second topic. It describes the inverse relationship between price and quantity demanded due to the substitution effect, the income effect, and the law of diminishing marginal returns. Since the substitution effect and the income effect make goods seem relatively cheaper, while the law of diminishing marginal returns shows that as you buy more, the marginal benefit, which we'll explain later, decreases. This is shown when Stack negotiates supplies for the juke joint. He's unwilling to overpay, so he haggles for more reasonable rates, which shows that as price goes down, quantity goes up.
The foreign exchange market enables the trade of currencies. When one appreciates, the other depreciates. Though most currencies were domestic, the twins import Irish beer, a rarity at the time. To buy it, Americans had to trade U.S. dollars for Irish currency. This depreciation of the dollar and appreciation of the Irish pounds reflects foreign exchange principles.
Money serves three functions: medium of exchange, unit of account, and the store of value. Commodity money has intrinsic value, while fiat money does not, though it does still fulfill all three roles. To be more specific, medium of exchange is that it's universally accepted and people are willing to exchange the money for goods and services. Unit account is that you're able to compare it to other goods. You're able to compare goods to other goods in that same currency. And store value is that it keeps its value over time.
Marginal analysis compares marginal benefit to marginal cost. People typically consume until MC exceeds MB. The juke joint sharecropper clientele use wooden nickels, fiat currency backed only by plantations. Stack argues they're worthless, but Smoke believes the marginal utility of community joy outweighs the costs. Ultimately, Smoke's view wins, and the wooden nickels serve as a medium of exchange.
Inside the juke joint, once it's set up, Sammy's music attracts a trio of white vampires. They're denied entry, which means that they're not able to enter since they're vampires. However, the plantation the juke joint isn't making as much money, so Mary, one of the Smoke's exes, is sent out to convince the group to let them in so that they can get their money. She's been and turned into a vampire, who then bites Stack, and when she's discovered, she flees while Stack is locked in the supply room.
Stack escapes and attacks the group because he has been turned into a vampire but is repelled by garlic water. Facing a decision, fight or wait, the group chooses to wait, believing the marginal cost of battle exceeds the benefit. But the vampires break in anyway. Most return, leaving only Smoke and Sammy. Sammy flees but is caught. Smoke kills the vampire leader, and then the sun destroys the rest.
Just when peace is thought to be achieved, the KKK arrives to reclaim the juke joint. Smoke fights them off, but he's winged and proceeds to die from his wound. 50 years later, Sammy is now old, the guitar player, and he actually gets visited by Mary and Stack, who are vampires now since they were bitten, and they visit him briefly before leaving him for his final years, suggesting that some part of the past still endures.